hello. Welcome to COABE Meet the Author, where we sit down with the authors from our latest journal edition. My name is Shaketta Thomas. I am your Region 2 COABE representative. Today, we have Casey Harrison with us, who is going to talk a little bit about the article that she has in our latest edition titled Racial Equity and Immigrant Integration. Hello, Casey. How are you today?
I'm doing well, Shaketta. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Before we get into your article, can you give us a little bit of background about who you are and where you're located and a little bit about your program?
Sure. So my name is Casey Harrison, and I teach in the College of Education and Human Development at the University of Minnesota. I'm on the St. Paul campus, but I'll be speaking today about a curriculum that I participated in and implemented with adult learners in the Twin Cities. The curriculum was created by organizers with Showing Up for Racial Justice and Jewish Community Action to invite our communities to examine the intersections of mass incarceration and the criminalization of immigrants, and to consider how a climate of fear might be holding us back from envisioning a community where all of us can be truly safe.
Wow, thank you. And the title of your article in this journal edition is Safety Beyond Policing, a Community Education Program. Now, what inspired you? And you gave us a little bit of a background knowledge of what it's about, but what had inspired you to write and submit this article for COABE?
So I revised and rewrote the curriculum this past summer in the wake of the killing of George Floyd. And I had found this curriculum really useful. I've used parts of it in the college classes I teach. And then late this summer, I adapted it for 3 one-hour sessions with community members. And I know that people are looking for ways to grapple with the violence in our communities. And we're in a fearful time. And I think this curriculum can help people move through that fear to a place of curiosity, hope, and action.
Thank you. And that's the overarching goal from your article. But from the practitioner standpoint, how do you think they can utilize the information that they read in that article to put into practice in their programs and let it be a benefit for their learners?
This isn't an easy curriculum, but it is one that anyone committed to self-reflection and learning from history can implement. Learners want to engage with content that's relevant to their deepest concerns. And in the broadest sense, this curriculum can help us shape the community that we want to be a part of. It's also full of teaching techniques from social justice and community education settings that can energize a group to have a more equitable and engaged exchange of ideas.
Thank you, Casey. So what would you like for readers to really be able to walk away with once they read your article?
I hope that readers will examine their own experiences with power and authority and reflect on what we accept unconsciously, whether that's in policing, in prisons, or in our education systems, and think about how those assumptions maintain the reality that we live in. And that if we want to live in a different reality, there are concrete steps we can take as individuals and together to shape a world where more of us are safe and healthy, and we all have opportunities to realize our potential.
Wow, thank you so much. So yes, we all have what it takes to bring about change, right? And that's what this piece in the curriculum really does bring about. How can we create equity and bring about change in our own communities? Thank you so much. It was a very powerful piece that really did speak to me. So I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I encourage others to really take the time to dissect that article. What else would you like to share with our audience?
I just want people to know that this is by no means a solo effort. All credit goes to the community activists and educators, some of whom are named in the article, and some who couldn't be named. Other people have worked for decades before I became involved, questioning the status quo, sometimes standing literally in the line of fire and bridging different communities and developing educational practices and resources that we all benefit from.
Well, thank you so much again, Casey. And just to remind everyone, Safety Beyond Policing, a Community Education Program is the name of the article, which is in our latest edition, Racial Equity and Immigrant Integration. Please go check it out and read it today and find out how you can improve upon the practices in your community to make it equitable for all. Once again, Casey, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, Saketa.